Feels like, especially in the church, we push people to be married. Every talk is about, oh, why you not married? If you got a single person, like, why you ain't with nobody? And we push people so much to marriage. So from your perspective, if you're talking to somebody, and why do you think people shouldn't get married? If you're talking to somebody, you're like, you probably shouldn't be married. What do you think about that? You have friends, like, what do you think?
I would tell women, just based on my experience, like, make sure you know his plans for you. Ask him, like, what is your vision of marriage? Like, where do you see us in 2 to 3 years? When do you want to have kids? And have those conversations, you know, what parenting looks like and what us being married looks like. What do the holidays look like? Have those conversations beforehand.
I see that. I feel like, man, if somebody's still dealing with issues from their past, you got somebody you not over, or maybe you even haven't dealt with things that happened with your parents, you shouldn't intertwine and just get married to fill a gap. I feel like a lot of times people want to fill a void, and they don't really find that healing or that closure within themselves. And so you get into marriage and, like, my job is not to make you happy.
It's not to make you whole.
Yes.
So if you feel like getting married is all you need to make you feel complete,
you shouldn't get married.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you need companionship and you're just going from bed to bed just trying to fill that gap, you shouldn't get married. If you are a man and you can't keep a job
to job, or just thing to thing, just basically trying to find your happiness. If you haven't found your happiness and you feel like marriage is gonna be that thing,
it's not for you.
No.
I don't think it's for everybody. Marriage is not for everyone. You see, I don't want to be one of those people who try to make, oh, marriage is lovely, it's butterfly.
You have to be a whole complete person yourself before you get attached to someone else, or you guys are gonna end up eating at each other.
Because it's work. It's work. We grew up with 2 different lifestyles, 2 different ways of looking at things, and now we're trying to merge and join those 2 different ideas, and you got to really put in the work to be married. So if you're not ready to sacrifice, if you're not ready to die to yourself, if you're not ready to fully commit to what this other person wants, you shouldn't get married. Like, marriage is not for you.
What is marriage?
What is marriage? Well, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, marriage is the perfect representation of how Christ loves us, the church. Like, we are his bride. Mm-hmm. So, and Christ died for us. So, I mean, if you're not willing to keep dying to yourself, if you're not willing to change when you go into a marriage, then I would say that's the reason you should not get married, because you're going to change. You're going to have to die to yourself daily. Mm-hmm. So, that's my opinion about it.
I like that. I like that, because you have to be okay with buzzwords. You have to be okay with being hurt and then getting mad. I was reading this book, and one of the things they said is you have to give room for somebody to get upset. You make room for that person to be bothered, be mad at whatever's going on, and that allows you to see them. You get to see, hey, this is how that person responds. This is how that person reacts. So many times we just get triggered. We want to change people. I don't like the way you do that. I don't like how you do that. But then you never really get to know how someone truly is. You never really get to see how they truly will respond to something. So I like that. I like where you're going with that. As a man, you have to lead. You have to be able to lead as a man. And to really fully lead properly, I believe you got to be able to submit to God. You got to be able to submit to authority. You got to be able to have vision. You got to be able to see things clearly for your family and how you want things to line out.